Afghanistan, like post-traumatic stress disorder and traumatic brain injury, were made a priority, and that we ensured that the Veterans Affairs Administration takes care of veterans coming back with those health care challenges so that they can not just survive, but thrive when they come back after serving us in any corner of this country. I'm also so proud that following 9/11, President Obama recognized that not only veterans, but family members of people who served our country following 9/11 had an opportunity for the second GI Bill of Rights, and make sure that we can have a GI Bill for the 21st century so that we can ensure that veterans returning from the Iraq and Afghanistan wars and following 9/11, that those veterans have an opportunity to get an education, to use the training that they got in the military, get a college education, and live the American dream. Because President Obama knows that everyone in America deserves an opportunity to be successful, not just the people who already are. That's what the other party focuses on. Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan want to drag us back to the failed policies of the past that nearly crashed our economy and got us into the worst economic crisis that we've ever faced. And I have to tell you that I was astonished and incredibly disappointed that last week, after not only putting on the typical special interest funded, corporate infused, invitation only, backroom, smoke-filled room type deal that usually a political convention put on by Republicans would be, unlike what we're going to have this week, it was incredibly disappointing to have a major party nominee for President of the United States not even acknowledge our fighting men and women in Afghanistan that are still fighting now. How could that be? I was astonished to learn that since 1952, a Republican candidate for president, when we have had men and women at war, have mentioned that, and Mitt Romney didn't think it was important enough. Well, if he doesn't think that veterans and military families that are defending our country right now deserve a mention, then how could we expect him to make the needs of veterans and military families a priority if he were president? If people show you, I think that if people show you who they are, you should believe them. And we certainly got a pretty good glimpse of what Mitt Romney thinks about the importance of recognizing those families. I'm so proud of our First Lady and Dr. Biden for making wounded warriors a priority. Proud of President Obama for instituting tax credits specifically designed so that we can incentivize businesses to hire our veterans as they return from Iraq and Afghanistan. And I am so proud of our president for promising during his campaign to bring the war in Iraq to an end, and as president he did and brought our troops home. And now we're winding down our involvement in Afghanistan. So I'm here to thank you. I'm here to also ask for your help over the next 64 days because we have so much at stake. We know that if you're a Republican, you think that the most precious resource that you have to give in a presidential campaign is money. But as a busy working mom, I know that the most precious resource that you have is not your money, but your time. And we're going to need a lot of it from you over the next 64 days. So please make sure you take a look at your calendars. See how much of each of those next 64 days you can give us. Because, especially for military families and our nation's veterans, while 2008 was historic, and I remember the feeling that I had when I saw President Obama in Grant Park on election night in 2008. It was euphoric, and it was historic. But think of all the progress that we've made under President Obama. Think of where we were when he took office, and we were hemorrhaging 750,000 jobs a month. And now, thanks to his policies, we've had 29 straight months of job growth in the private sector. We have an Affordable Care Act that makes sure that no one in America can be dropped or denied coverage for a investments in small business, 18 different tax breaks for small businesses, which give our veterans, as they return home, an opportunity to start a business and make the kinds of investments that grow our economy and move the middle class forward. So when you think about what's at stake in 2012, while 2008 was historic, what we know 2012 is personal. It's personal, and I know none of us want to go back to the failed policies of the past. We need to move forward with Barack Obama, so make sure that over the next 64 days you live, sleep, and breathe sending Barack Obama back to the White House, because we know we can carry him back on the shoulders of American veterans and military families.
Nobody in Florida can possibly beat her in her congressional district. But because she's the DNC chair, those scalawags have found somebody to run against her. Can you imagine that? And you know what you need when you're in campaigning? You need a little money, don't you? Our chair is a great lady and a great member of Congress, and she is going to win again if you give her some help. Let's hear it.